the previous session, and where we were trying to understand the strings and its methods. Now, I'll mute everyone else. Folks, please mute yourselves so that there is no background noise. So, these are the string methods which we had covered the last time, and this was our YAML file which we used to create an environment, and then we went on to create an environment, and and 1 second. So string has basically certain methods that are supposed to be helpful to you when you're working with string text kind of data. And what we have today is we'll focus on regex part. Regex part of the Python means that it is a module, RE module for regular expressions, and that module gives you certain functions such as find all, search, split, sub. But before you go and start using regex, regular expressions, what you need to be aware of is that there are certain meta characters. Meta characters are characters with special meaning. So Mahesh, I'd like you to unmute yourself and tell about how familiar you are with regular expressions. I mean, you are a BTech student, right? You said. Okay, no response. So these are meta characters, and what happens is that this means that all the characters ranging from A to M, and this signals a special sequence, this backslash. It's supposed to be used with line feed also, and any character. This dot means any character. Now, when we speak of regular expressions, they are available in almost every programming language that you will come across. For example, Java has regular expressions. JavaScript has regular expressions. Python has regular expressions. Linux shell has regular expressions. Perl has regular expressions. What happens now is they don't at all times overlap. For example, you might not be seeing the question mark as a character here, which is found in Unix system, and when we use that question mark character, it gives you it tries to match with 0 or 1 character. But what we have over here is asterisk, which is 0 or more characters, or a plus, which is 1 or more characters. Now, if you want to specify the exact number of occurrences, you can use this curly braces and then 2. So that means that if you were trying to find AL in a text and you want to find it only 2 times, exactly 2 times, then you would mention AL and then curly braces. Inside of curly braces, you will type 2. Now this is either or, like false or stays. And this is a capture or grouping. We'll see it in a bit while we do the hands-on. And special sequences. Now special sequences, these are some of them, like \A returns a match if the specified characters are at the beginning of the string. This is sort of similar to this, starts with hello. And then there is \B returns a match where the specified characters are at the beginning or at the end of the word, end of a word. Now there are certain special sequences that are of special consideration, which you should remember are that \D is for digit, and \D is signifying does not contain digits. Now there is something called \S, which is for white space characters. And if you go for \s, that means that string should not contain white space characters. Similarly, there are other sequences such as \w, which means that any word characters A to Z, digits 0 to 9, and the underscore character. The Python has defined its own, has given \w its own definition. And when we say \w, that means that the string does not contain any word characters. Now, sets are, we saw above right here when we were discussing this, a set of characters. This means that all the characters ranging from A to M appearing one time. Now, this might be confusing you, but what essentially is happening here is when we are defining a set, we open with a square bracket and write our class of characters. This is the class, this is the class, this is the class, this is the class. So ARN means that you only want ARN to be present, one occurrence of any of these, one occurrence of any character between A to N. And then when we do it, when we put a caret symbol, that means we do not want ARN, AR and N, except AR and N. Now, when we do 0, 1, 2, 3, we specify that we want a match anywhere where 0, 1, 2, or 3 are present, return that field to me. So now this is a numeric class, 0 to 9 number class. And this means that one occurrence of a single digit anywhere. Now this is like 2-digit sequence where we have first will represent a number something like, well, what is essentially it represents 0 to 59, because from it first class will go from 0 to 5 and this will go from 0 to 9. So the lowest is 00 and the highest is 59. Now this is small caps, small letters and capital letters. So it returns any character that matches lowercase or uppercase of an alphabet. Now there is a plus character that has no special meaning. It returns any character. It returns any character that in one or more occurrences, and asterisk is 0 or more occurrences. Now find all. Now if you we discussed these 4 methods above also, that we have 4 methods in regular expressions. Now we discuss what have we discussed so far. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll just recap one more time at a very high level, that when you discuss regular expressions, you need to be aware of meta characters, you need to be aware of special sequences, and you need to be aware of sets. Now, like I said, that regular expressions are implemented by almost every programming language, and even Unix and Linux shall implement a version of their own. Now, how much they overlap is a matter of exploration, which we have not done here, but I am aware of question mark character. I can show you, like JavaScript also has similar kind of meta characters defined for its regular expression functionality. Now find all. We get a text data, right? The rain in Spain. Now, when we do it in RE is a package, and do a find all AI. That means it will try to find AI everywhere. So rain has an AI and Spain has an AI. So it returns 2 occurrences. Now, if no matches are found, an empty list is returned. So if you try to find Portugal in text, the rain in Spain, you wouldn't find it. Now, there is a search function also that helps us to search for a match and returns a match object if there is a match. If there is more than one match, then only one occurrence of the match will be returned. Now, while we are talking all of this theoretically, right? Find all, search, split, sub is also there. So I walk you through find all we have covered. Search is basically to search an occurrence. It returns a match object, which we will cover over here. But for now, just remember that there's a search method also. Then split method is there. Split method, split function is there, returns a list where the string has been split at each match. So if we pass this \s to as a regular expressions for a regular expression for our for looking into our for search for splitting our string txt, it splits on every white space and returns something like this: the rain in Spain as a list of characters. Now you can control the number of occurrences by specifying max split parameter. Max split parameter means that if we specify max split equals to 1, that would mean that it would break the string our txt data into two parts at the first split only. So D is separated and rain in Spain is separated. If we say max split 2, it will split you split the text data twice. Once it did on the, then it did on rain, and then the rest of it in Spain comes at the end. Now substitute. Substitute for substitution, we have a function called sub that replaces the matches with the text of your choice. Now, if we do this, that the rain in Spain and replace every white space character with 9, we would use re.sub, and then it takes the arguments. First argument is the regular expression that we want to match. Second is the what we want to replace white space with. And then the third argument is the text itself. It is almost same for all, or it is same for almost every other method, that text is always the last argument. First is the regular expression. Now substitute has got a count method as a count argument as well, which tells the regular expression module how many occurrences, how many replacements does it need to do. If we set it to 1, it will only replace one white space. If we say count equals to 2, it will replace only two white space and leave the third. Now match object is what we get out of search function of the regular expression re module, re package. Now if we do this, that we try to print, like over here we do a search ai, this will print an object, and when we do x, we have x is a match object. Now what all methods or attributes do we have on match object? Now these are all the methods and attributes on match object, and then match object has properties and methods of its own, such as span, string, group, start. So if we say the rain in Spain and we do a search in it, then it will return, like, what are you trying to search here? \b. What did \b stands for? Starting of the start of the so this s should be at the beginning of the word. So if x is at the beginning, and then after that \w, that means any word character one or more number of times in the text data. Now because x is a match object, we can call out its methods and attributes, such as if we call out span, it will give us span of Spain is 12 to 17. And if we say string is an attribute on the match object, it will return the original string itself. If we say group, it will tell you what all it found in x. If we call start, it will say the first part of the span. We can see all of those attributes and methods here by calling __dir on the x object. Now would you like to, is everything clear? Did I come across to you? How did this go? I need your feedback, and we would try some hands-on if you'd like. Mahesh, Jashu, you can unmute yourselves and tell me. Jashu joined just few minutes back, but Mahesh, you can unmute yourself and can talk about it. If okay, no response. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Jashu, do you would anyone like to share his or her screen so we can do a hands-on? I'll stop sharing mine. But like there are two people here. Somebody would have to volunteer. If
Yes,
not,
sir.
I can.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Share. I'll stop sharing my screen and you can share yours.
ये मैसेज है सर.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hello, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, Mahesh.
Continue the class, sir.
Okay. So there isn't too much about regular expressions in it is a matter of practice, right? You get what I was supposed to teach here is that there is a regex RE module. It has got 4 methods, 4 functions: find all, search, split, sub. Then it has got then regular expressions. When you are trying to use RE module, you should be aware of regular expressions. Now, regular expressions consist of meta characters.
Hello.
Okay, yeah. So I think there is some network issue at my end, but I'll open my Jupyter notebook. So I was trying doing some tests, tried some code with in Jupyter lab, and what we find over here is that what were we expecting when we try to find AI in this string? How many times is it supposed to occur? I mean, there's AI in rain, there's AI in Spain, and then if we modify this, 1 second, and if we modify this string to 1 second, I am not okay. So my screen is not shared. 1 second, I'll share my screen. Okay, yeah, is this visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the way we have rain in Spain, right? We can modify this string further. We can put another AI in this string. The rain in Spain detected by, let's say, Mr. Jain. So it will give you 3 occurrences, print X, right? It was giving you 2 occurrences, one for rain, one for Spain. Now it is giving you 3. Then this was something I was trying, but to find out if question mark is there in it, in there is there in available in regular RE package for uh, Python or not. It seems like it is not working as I expected it to. Now, what over here we have is search method. Now the search returns a match object. So like I said, we add another cell and print only X. Match object span 3 to 4 and match equals to this. Now, why did it print only 1? Okay, so we have to set its occurrences. Find all, search, if there is a match, if there is more than which. So if there is more, so I need to check how do we make sure that we get all the matches. Well, search returns, if you want to find all the other matches, you would have to probably use find all. But if you are only trying to get a search, then it will return the first occurrence, a match object at the first occurrence. While if in what is the failure condition? If no match is found, search returns none, while find all returns an empty list if there is no match. Now, split function. So search is over here. This is our match object, and we have got methods on match also. We'd come to that in a bit. Split, like split on space, white space, right? So rain in Spain is split into 4 parts. If we manipulate our split operation using max split argument, that means that we have specified that split the string txt only once. Now, if we do that, it will print the and then the rest of the string. If we say split the string twice, it will split the string at the, on the space white space after the, and then white space after rain, and then everything else. Now, there is also the substitute method, and it has got similar kind of so substitute means that for substitution you use re.sub. So we are replacing every white space character with 9, and this is what the output will look like if our text is the rain in Spain. And if we specify the count, that will limit the number of times the regular expression is being replaced, being substituted. For example, if we specify count equals to 1, our 1 white space was replaced. If we say count equals to 2, our 2 white spaces were replaced. Now, match object, we already seen that. And then there is this, that X is a match object. We print that also over here, and we'd also modify our string a little bit and see what it gives us. Spain detected, enjoyed, maybe, by Mr. Chen. So what were we trying to find? We were trying to find Spain here. Okay, so 1217, it is supposed to Mr. Join, Mr. Jane. Enjoyed the rain in Spain. See, so we have changed our location of Spain, and it is reflected as like that in our output. Span 28 to 33rd character, and start is at 23. It should have an end also. End 33. So this was all about regular expressions. I hope. Does anyone have any doubts? Jashu, Mahesh, Shankar. I take the questions now. Unmute yourselves and let me know if you have any questions, or we can close the session for today. Any questions? Anything at all? And one more thing, you would have this write-up available to you on very soon on my blog, Survival 8.
So
Yeah, Mahesh.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
What is the of RE? Import RE
Okay, so you,
that
yeah, import RE means that we have a a module package for dealing with regular expressions in our text data now. How do we do that? We do that by importing a module called RE. Import means like include stdio in C++, and import is similar to import NIO package in Java, or any collection package in Java. It works like that. Are you familiar with any programming language, Mahesh?
and not fully just
Okay. Okay,
sir
so
ఇది import RE ఉంది కదా సార్
this is how
import RE is it
yeah, every program in Python starts with either you have to, if you would not import RE, right? Let's say um,
suppose import we are using in Java.
yeah, it's similar to import in Java. Yeah, you're right. Python.
In
No,
Python is advanced technology కదా
it's not
advanced
advanced.
technology కదా
It's not advanced technology. It's a programming language that is supposed to help you build software. Now, as you say, right, RE is not defined already. Name RE is not defined. But if we import RE and then we do RE, it says it's a module. Name error. It thinks that when we simply specified RE, it did not get what it was looking for. And once we imported RE and tried to print it prints that it is a module from this location.